Black and White Tool. This is your live impressions of user Raw. But yes! 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 Oh, you bitch, Stephanie. You had me. I was off guard. I was eating my food. Oh, you bitch. I rushed my intro just to see you come down. Welcome to Raw. Okay, Raw opened with Stephanie being a bitch, giving a quick recap of the pay-per-view, which you can buy for a certain amount of money in the US, but nowhere else in the world has that price. Ugh. But yeah, then Nikki Bella comes out, and she's looking hot. One of her shoes falls off on the way there, so I don't know if she's that used to walking in heels, but she looks damn hot. Talk about just the fact that she betrayed Brie just to invest in herself, because Brie's always been selfish, it's always been about her, yada yada yada. Brie eventually comes down, gets in the ring, asks why'd you betray me, and she gets slapped in the face. And then our babyface runs off crying. I know it's an emotional moment, your sister's betrayed you, you're distraught. But from a wrestling perspective, having your babyface sort of like doesn't actually win them over the crowd. You don't get that much sympathy for sort of tears and that in wrestling. So yeah, I don't think it's the best use of the Bellas ever. If she gets revenge someone in this show and like just beats on her, maybe she can recoup some of that sort of lost intensity. But yeah, not a great opening segment, but I am looking forward later to seeing Brock Lesnar. The German announce table is back. We had it at SummerSlam, but at SummerSlam it had 4 people on it. Today it's gone down to a reasonable 2. So I don't know if the Spanish announce table has been demoted. From the overhead camera it looks like there is only 2 tables, so they've been kicked out for the Germans. The Germans have taken over. Also, this is another case of SmackDown being a practice match, because it's the exact same match we eventually got on SmackDown, which Big Show and Mark Henry won, which is pointless. Just, oh, please, why? At least, I suppose they're contained into the same match, Mark Henry and the Big Show. 2 people I don't really want to see, so at least they're at the same time, getting their time dealt with. Well, Mark Henry and the Big Show win. Why? What purpose does this serve? Apart from just making the Wyatt family in total just look weak. Because come on, how much success have Rowan and Eric had? They had massive, like, battles with the Usos, but still didn't come victorious. And now they're getting squashed by the 2 people we can't figure out what to do with. It just annoys me when things are just absolutely pointless, and there's nothing much more pointless than Mark Henry and the Big Show. Okay, random segment in the back. Ric Flair's hanging out with Dolph Ziggler. These guys kind of make sense. Miz says he's going to get his title back, and the title's going to be on an A-lister. But Dolph's no, he's just an a-hole. And Ric Flair found this hilarious. He's like, yeah, woo! Yeah, random little segment. They've got to get Ric Flair money somehow. I love Ambrose absolutely so much. Renee is with Seth, giving him an interview about his win, and then at one point she just sort of steps away, and then a bucket of ice gets poured over Seth Rollins, and you can see he's just like recoils, turns round. The camera pans to Ambrose, and Ambrose is just looking so uninterested, and then just goes, well, what are you complaining about? It's for charity. And then just launches into a frenzy of punches. They do their classic old brawl in the back, and then get separated by people. So glad this feud's continuing. These 2 are amazing! Yay, we're getting Seth versus Dean Ambrose tonight, and the WWE Universe is going to decide what the match is. We haven't got the matches to pick from yet, so please just don't be something crazy like a ladder match or a table match. Come on. Okay, we got a little match between Natalya and Paige. Really wish they could have gone longer. But as Paige is sort of stroking Natalya and mounting Natalya, she's getting quite sexual in her in-ring style, and I quite like it. And Natty's wearing a more revealing ring attire, so it's all good. We're all good for us men and women that like women. Yeah. But yes, and then AJ skips around the ring. Paige loses her focus and gets rolled up and pinned. Natty gets the win. And then Paige gets to... Paige? No. AJ's on the mic and tells Paige she loves her and she's got to get in that ring to be with her right now. And so they've got a crazy off going. They're both trying to out-crazy each other. Love this feud. Keep it going. So... Option A for the Ambrose-Seth Rollins match is no holds barred. Option B is falls count anywhere. Option C, no disqualification. A and C are the exact same kind of match. Just means you're allowed to use weapons and you pin them in the ring. Falls count anywhere. The only difference is they can be pinned outside the ring. Not exactly a treasure trove of options here, especially when two of the options are the same thing. It's like they could just have it, do you want to see Ambrose versus Seth Rollins? Or do you want to see Seth Rollins versus Ambrose? Choose! Triple H and Stephanie McMahon reveal the new World Heavyweight, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship belt, and it pretty much looks like the WWE title, but they've gave it more of the gloss from the World Heavyweight title. It looks good, I like it. But yeah, then they get Lesnar and Heyman in the ring, do the photo op, leave, and then Heyman does what Heyman does, and cuts a fantastic promo, putting Cena over as a damn tough guy, but pales in comparison to the Conqueror, Brock Lesnar, who eat, sleep, suplex, repeat. Eat, sleep, suplex, repeat. Eat, sleep. Yeah, phenomenal, just intense promo, and that is our new champion. How often we see him, I have no idea. Who's going to challenge next? No idea. Cena's not even here tonight. We'll just have to see what time tells. What time tells? Time will tell what happens next. I'm so excited to have this new champion and new possibilities. Don't you dare do it, WWE. You do this a lot with Ziggler. You give him a title, then you pop an injury on him and he'll lose that title. Don't you do it. The Miz wins, but thank God it's by countout. So Ziggler retains the title. Whoo, that was close. But it looks like this feud's continuing, which I'm not really... I'm happy with. These two do well together. Miz has found his character, and I love Dolph Ziggler with a burning passion. Miz goes on the attack after the match, but Ziggler manages to hit a zigzag out of nowhere. Oh, they're letting him stand strong. This is a rarity in WWE. Come on, Ziggy boy! Get a little backstage promo with Jack Swagger, and who knew he could talk? It's been a while. Very short, sweet promo. He let down the country who defended, but he wants to make it up. They go over Zep Calder being attacked last night, so he's not actually out. I hope he will be coming back soon, though, because he will be sorely missed. With a thumb to the eyes, Cesaro defeats Jack Swagger. So it looks like Jack Swagger's falling down into despair. And what is really bad is why the hell is Cesaro not in a proper program at the moment? He was resorted to being a lumberjack at SummerSlam. That is ridiculous from one of, if not the best worker in the company. They so need to get on him. But thank God, in Jack Swagger's darkest hour, there is a ray of hope. And he is called Bo Dallas! And he gives Jack Swagger an inspirational speech. Because Jack Swagger let down every single American. But there's one way he can get it all back. And that's if he believes. I love this guy. And I missed that button. A Jericho promo, but it doesn't really say much. Him and Bray have not clicked for me. I'd be more happy if Jericho moved on to someone else, had a bit of a run with them before he left. But they are 1 for 1, so they've got to have the rubber match. But yeah, if they can make it a bit more intense and personal, I'd like it, but it's just, I don't know, it's just not clicking. Can this be right? Are there really We Want Ryback chants? Has Ryback found his only fans in the world? And now feed me more chants. What the hell is going on? Ryback rules, what the hell? Is this crowd just being ironic, or is it because Sheamus in the ring? I'm so confused right now. Oh my god! Orton noticing the chant, point towards Ryback, and gives an absolutely massive pop. What the fuck is going on? Okay, folks, it's his hometown, alright? This is so weird. I hope Ryback enjoys this, because I hope the world's still in the right place and they won't really care about him after tonight. Okay, this was an odd match apart from Ryback getting cheered. Of Rybacksel and Randy Orton versus Rob Van Dam, Sheamus and Roman Reigns. Weird combination of people, but it's fine. They all got their spots in. Good solid match. Crowd got into Reigns, thankfully he didn't get booed when he got in the ring. Still super hot guy. Getting the rub from RVD, and I don't know, probably don't want so much of a rub from Sheamus, because he sort of goes on the lower end of the cheering scale. But yeah, it was a fine match. Again, a bit pointless, just trying to get quite a few guys on the card, but okay. Got Randy Orton stropping his way through the back. Ric Flair comes up to him and says, I need to talk about Roman Reigns. And Orton just turns to him and says, you want to find out why they used to call me the Legend Killer? Walks off. Again, Flair's picking up a paycheck. And then we get classic Wyatt promo, but it, again, doesn't really say much. He needs to start focusing his promos so they actually have a tangible point at the end. All his words are very pretty and dark and mysterious, but if there's no actual content behind them, it just becomes noise. Okay, quite a subdued match for Stardust and the Usos, but Stardust gets away with a roll-up win. I think this means they're going to be challenging for the titles, and frankly, if these two teams go at it in like a really fast-paced match, it's going to be phenomenal. Because it was Cody and Goldust having some of the best matches of last year, and the Usos with the Wyatts have been phenomenal, so let's hope these two can bring it together and have some actually amazing matches. Oh joy, we get the pleasure of seeing Mark Henry a second time tonight. Out of all the goddamn people to do double duty, Mark Henry... Oh good, not only did Big Show and Mark Henry squash the Wyatts earlier, now Mark Henry's squashing Rusev. So, you know, the sort of young stars trying to make a name for themselves, you know, it's good for them to get squashed by some guy that's not managed to get that much attention in the last 20 years. That's how you make new stars, and that's what we desperately need. Mark Henry on top. And the crowd go for Falls Count Anywhere for the Dean Ambrose-Seth Rollins match. Well, yeah, let's be honest, the choices weren't exactly much different. And this one does play into their just fighting everywhere. Let's see how this goes. Hopefully crazy! And a phenomenal match to end Raw. Just Seth and Dean getting to show their stuff in the main event. Because frankly, they've been the ruling SmackDown. It's all been about them. But yeah, they get to show their stuff on the main stage in the main event. And it's a fantastic Falls count anywhere match, brawling everywhere, lots of spots, a nasty sit down power bomb to Dean onto a pile of chairs, suplexes on the stage, a choke slam onto a table that does not give out, and then of course the final curb stomp through cinder blocks. Fantastic match, good rivalry, let's keep this up. Really good. What I expected from the show after SummerSlam, so good. They're sort of a little bit lost with some storylines, but the Seth and Ambrose thing is going strong. Lesnar as champ is an exciting prospect. Randy and Reigns is still carrying on. Same with Jericho and Bray. It looks like the Usos have new challengers coming up in the way of Stardust. Swagger seems to have been just dropped at the moment. And Rusev seems to be getting squashed by Mark Henry. And Ziggler Miz carrying on. So we've got a lot of repeats this month, but they're good repeats. They're matchups that are working. So quite happy. We'll see what else develops through the coming weeks into Night of Champions. I'm the Black White Soul, and until next time, TTFN.